Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to another EBTV sports presentation. Tonight from East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, it is girls basketball as East Brunswick takes on Old Bridge in a Greater Middlesex Conference Red Division game. This is Jimmy Allinder being joined by Kevin Brady. Kevin is the present girls softball coach. There is only girls softball, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, and he also is an assistant girls basketball coach over at Spotswood. Kevin, thanks very much for joining us.
No problem.
Okay. And by the way, you also teach English here.
I teach English right here in East Brunswick. Yes, a few of these players out here I've had in class as well.
So you know about the girls. East Brunswick comes into this game tonight with an 8-8 record. Now they have 2 games left before the state cutoff for qualifying. Old Bridge represents a real tough foul, 9-6 mark. What do you think about tonight's game?
Well, obviously it's a tough matchup. It's always a tough matchup when these two teams come together. You have a rivalry between the two towns that's always existed in every sport. And I think Old Bridge, was in the county final last year. It's going to be a tall test for East Brunswick to come up and play their best game today. That's what they'll need to have a chance.
By the way, I'm going to say that Monroe has a little bit more interest in Spotswood than you guys do, but we're not going to go there too much. Yeah, okay, East Brunswick. Have you seen them play this year? What do you know about them as far as, what you've seen so far? And what are they going to have to do to beat Old Bridge tonight?
Well, as I mentioned a few moments ago, they need to play a near flawless game. I mean, they have a tough matchup problems. There are 2 players from Old Bridge, Capra and Rudder, who are excellent players, 2 of the better players in the entire Greater Middlesex Conference. East Brunswick needs to play their best game. They're hot, though. They're red hot. They've won their last 2 games. They come here ready to play their best, and it'll be a good challenge.
Oh, yeah, they beat that Piscataway team, didn't they? And that's actually a good confidence builder, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anytime you can beat a team that beat you the first time, that gives you confidence in all other teams. And Old Bridge beat them earlier in the year. They're hoping to run 2 in a row against teams that beat them.
All right, that's going to do it right here, and we'll just take a short break, and we'll be back with the action right after this. Okay, we are back here at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, joined tonight by Kevin Brady, where we will watch East Brunswick with an 8-8 record take on Old Bridge with a 9-6 record. East Brunswick, of course, coached by Katie Whalen and Ken Fisher. Well, he's been there quite a while, Kevin.
Yeah, he has. Since Old Bridge has, actually about a year after Old Bridge combined, Coach Fisher has been the coach there, doing a very successful job. Did a great job last year, guiding them all the way to the final of the GMC tournament.
Right. A little bit of competition this year. We mentioned Piscataway up top, but J.P. Stevens.
Yeah,
quite a force this year.
Yep, and they returned everybody off, basically everybody off that championship team from a year ago. Coach Fisher, I was speaking with before the game, mentioned his frustration with losing to Woodbridge twice, which is another team that's really challenging. The Red Division here at the GMC presents challenges every single night.
Okay, and a challenge for East Brunswick tonight as they take on Old Bridge. And a tap control by the Knights. With it is one of those 2 good scorers, Kathy Rudder, number 14. Good ball handler as well, as you can see. It's a well-drilled Old Bridge team.
Yeah,
go ahead.
They look to spread the floor out nicely, and you see them trying to create a lot of motion against East Brunswick's man-to-man.
With it is Jamie Capra. Now she hands off to number 10. That is Jessica Peretti.
Petriello staying with her nicely, not allowing her any room on that on the dribble.
Old Bridge. Sign of a mature team is to be patient, and they are.
And you can see that, and East Brunswick's counteracting that nicely by communicating, talking through each of those screens.
There was a pass attempt into Sierra Allen, but she was well guarded and ended up traveling with the ball, so we have our first turnover of the game.
Yep, nice post defense in there by Jess Campbell.
No score. 7:16 left to go in the first period.
Old Bridge opens up in man as well.
East Brunswick doing a little probing.
Showing that patience that Old Bridge showed on their end of the court.
Megan Mayo, number 11, is one of the leading scorers for East Brunswick.
Little touch foul down there, number 21 for Old Bridge. Okay. That's Allen.
Yep, her first. The other leading scorer for East Brunswick is Laura Petriello. They're both averaging, well, I don't know what the average is, but I know that the total point total is around 140 points for the season.
And we're about 15 games, so yeah, that's about a 10 point. Actually, we're 16 games in, so probably about 7.5, 8 point a game average. Nice balance for East Brunswick.
Yeah, you're right. Mayo misses from the corner, and the ball goes off East Brunswick, so that Old Bridge will take over. Again, we have no score, 6:44 left to go in the first period.
Yeah, no score, no shots even.
Hardly. Megan made that from the corner.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
They chased down the rebound. Yep.
Yeah. Rudder.
Yeah, good. Get Olbridge to burn a timeout there. Nice pressure defense from Erin Whalen there in the corner.
And as we usually do, we have East Brunswick coach Katie Whalen mic'd up, and we're going to go to her right now and listen in.
Great way to start defensively, okay? Up in the passing lanes, a lot of pressure on the ball, force them the right way. Great job, okay? Fist is going to be there, okay? Fist is going to be there. Watch for the cuts, okay? We might have, if not, don't force, maybe one-on-one. Think about that. Keep that in mind. Good job. Great start.
Especially later on.
Yep, defense. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Coach real positive in the huddle there, and she's happy. She knows that defensive effort is going to be the key to tonight's game. If they can stay in that man-to-man, take Olbridge, disrupt Olbridge from what they want to do, that gives them a chance.
Knights will inbound the ball. This is Capra. Just gets it in.
Yeah, foul away from the ball, though. I think he might have a hold down there against East Brunswick.
Is that Whalen again?
Yes, it is.
Oh, boy. That's 2 on her. Right away, one of East Brunswick's leaders in a little bit of foul trouble.
Scoreboard's still showing 1. I don't
Yeah.
know if they're behind one there. Oh, nice little dump-in pass there.
Right, that was successful to Cruz, and Olbridge takes a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, real nice look from Capper there.
All right, they didn't post a foul either, which is kind of unusual. Not quite sure about that.
You know what? I
one.
think the first stoppage was a timeout. The second one was the foul, so I'm not sure. I think that is only 1 on Whalen, and thankfully for East Brunswick.
Gotcha.
Again, spacing the key here against this man's man. Spacing and movement.
Whalen, a little long, bounces off Olbridge. Good save.
Yep, great hustle play there from Olbridge. That's number 10.
That would be
Brady.
Brady.
Yes.
Rudder penetrates. Whalen with the rebound. Check that. That was number 20.
Dudra, yeah, Dudra, real hard-working player out there. Another in a line of Dudra's strong athletes here at East Brunswick.
Jess Campbell with it. Oh, I'm sorry, that was Petriello.
Yeah,
We'll get it straight. That's Dudra.
You saw Whalen reset the offense there. That's important. Again, that patience you talked about early on. Strong rebound in there for East Brunswick as well. Couldn't get the little chippy to follow, though.
With it is Capra. Left-handed dribble. Cruz penetrates, has an open lane, won't go. Good rebound by East Brunswick.
Yeah, nice speed there from Cruz, but East Brunswick be taking care of the defensive glass. Get Olbridge 1 shot, that's good, because Olbridge does have some size in there.
14 is Campbell.
That's why Erin Whalen looking for a little hand check foul in there. She looked back up at the referee after she got held as she came through the cut. Looking to get that one back that she gave up.
Ball is off Olbridge, so East Brunswick will retain possession. 4:31 left to go in the first quarter. It is 2-0 Olbridge. The only score coming on a nice pass inside to Lee Cruz, who put it up off the glass.
And that's going to happen as East Brunswick really looks to shut down Olbridge's big 2. With Capra leading the way out there, they've got to look to contain those 2 players. That could open things up for some of the players we know less about for Olbridge.
Whalen with an open lane, puts it home, and it's tied 2-2.
Yep, exploited some open space on the left side of that Olbridge defense. Erin driving to her right and putting it off the glass and in.
Rudder. She dribbles with both hands, Kevin. That one by...
That was Capra, yeah, that was Capra.
Would not go.
That was a wonderful lob pass. Capra just couldn't get it to fall. Dudra again with some tough defense inside.
In the corner is Cruz. She looks outside. Pass goes through the legs of Capra. East Brunswick will take over.
Yeah, nice discipline. Again, nice discipline defensively. Coach Whalen has to be real pleased with the defensive effort here in the first 4 minutes of this ball game.
All right, Michelle Mariski, number 15, enters the game for the first time. That's the first substitution. We're tied 2-2 with 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. Shot from the corner will not go. Bounces around, down with it comes Olbridge. Brady. Pass was intended for Allen.
Yeah, bounce off her arm and she kept it. She looked a little tentative, did not look comfortable leading that fast break. There's a comfortable pass, though.
That was a good pass to Allen by Cruz. Makes it 4-2 Knights. Actually, East Brunswick has looked tough defensively.
Yeah, very much so. That was a bad break more than anything. They almost had a turnover early at the beginning of the play in the transition game.
Whalen inside, open shot. Campbell hits it.
Yep, wonderful pass from Whalen. Seeing Jess Campbell open up in the middle, Jess calmly lays it in.
We are tied 4-4. 2:50 left to go in the first quarter. East Brunswick and Old Bridge. Errant pass is stolen. Good penetration. Oh, they call traveling before the foul.
Tough call. She was there was a lot of contact there. Campbell looked like she was being pulled backward. Unfortunately for East Brunswick, the travel called. But a nice play by Campbell, reading that pass and picking it off at the top. It's those horizontal passes at the top of the offense. If defense is aggressive and is in that passing lane, they're going to pick that off. That could be an easy 2 points if they can take advantage.
All right, Dudra comes out of the game. And in for East Brunswick is number 3. That is Riccio.
I'm seeing off the ball, Erin Whalen denying Kathy Rudder the ball. Now Rudder does get it, though.
Ooh, I thought she got away with some steps there.
Little touch foul, though, again, outside.
Foul is charged to Riccio, her first. Team second. Cruz, she seems to be a fiery little player.
Yeah, quick. You can definitely see the quickness. That one basket that I think she had earlier, like, blew by her defender. She's quick.
Great defense by East Brunswick. I believe that was Campbell that blocked that shot. There's a three-pointer by Capra.
Jamie Capra will burn you if you leave her open, but that was tough. East Brunswick actually was hustling, and hustling to the loose ball actually opened up Capra.
It is 7-4 with that three-point play.
That was less a breakdown than more just bad luck.
Whalen has been passing the lights out of the ball and gives a nice, easy shot to Riccio.
Yeah, Riccio finished nice, calmly. When you get the ball in the low block, stay calm. Sometimes you have a tendency when you're that open to throw it too hard, but she stayed calm, put it in nice and easy.
7-6 East Brunswick. We have a foul on this end of the court. Capra will go to the line, shooting 2.
That shows you the dynamic nature of Capra, though, right? Just a moment ago, we see her out at the top of the key, burying that three-pointer. The next time down, gets the ball in the low block, draws the foul to get 2 shots.
Foul charge to Jess Campbell, her first. And boy, I'll tell you what, some of the guys might want to learn from that foul shooting style. That was excellent. 8-6 in favor of Old Bridge.
Jamie Capra from Old Bridge was in probably one of the toughest situations I've seen last year at in the closing moments of the county championship game. Had 3 foul shots to tie the game. Made the first, but missed the second. The game ended with Old Bridge falling to J.P. Stevens in that county championship. She's bounced back great, though. Came back as a leader for Old Bridge this year, leading the team in scoring, and really a top player here in the GMC.
And probably with something to prove.
Sure.
And it is 9-6 in favor of Old Bridge. East Brunswick hanging tough. Dudra back in the game, pass underneath. Ball is off Old Bridge, so the Bears will retain possession.
See Caroline Knoppenberger checking in for the first time as well for the Bears.
Yes, indeed. Mayo. There's Knoppenberger. Penetration, but a little too much height inside to want to try to do that post-up. But what do you think, Kevin?
Yeah, help defense. That was Capra. We've been saying her name a lot in the last 30 seconds. And nice help, strip the ball.
Ahead of the field is Mayo, but a little too long on the pass.
Great idea, tough pass to make. But that's the kind of thing you want to do to open up Old Bridge, to make them sprint back and punish them if they don't.
It is 9-6. We are under 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Old Bridge with the lead. Shot up, will not fall. That was kind of forced by Kathy Rudder. And East Brunswick with another opportunity to draw closer. Mariski with the ball, flicked away, but she retains possession. Cross-court pass, Dudra. Again, East Brunswick trying to post up. I'm not sure that's the right strategy here.
It's tough because there is size. You're posting into what seems to be Old Bridge's strength when you do that.
9 seconds. Back to Mayo. They have to think about shooting pretty soon. Dudra, she gonna put it up? She does, but it won't go.
I like what she did there, though. She tried to draw the foul inside, and really could have been a foul on Capra called.
All right, so at the end of the first quarter, the score is Old Bridge 9 and East Brunswick 6. We're going to go to the East Brunswick huddle here. As soon as they get finished talking, you know, by the way, Kevin, Richie Whalen is the brother of Katie, and they have a nice thing going. But let's listen in right now.
Think about point guards a little bit, maybe 2, maybe some flats if we have, you know, any sort of good matchups, okay? Maybe double stack, all right? Defensively, all right, once a shot goes up, we got to box out, like little threes running around and getting some rebounds, and some other girls got to box out. No Capras trying to go to the basket right now. Everybody, don't be afraid to step in and take a charge on it, all right? Good job defensively, holding them under 11. You know, that's our goal. Got to keep up the D. Let's go down here, mix it up. Here we go, Bears, 1, 2, 3. Bears!
All right, Katie's kind of pleased with the defensive efforts so far.
Sure, yeah, and I would seem happy too. Holding Old Bridge under 10. She said under 11 in the huddle. That seemed to be a pregame goal for the Bears. And holding them under 10, even more impressive.
Hey, if you're Ken Fisher, what are you thinking now?
Well, I don't think, you know, they've been in a lot of close games this year or last year, and they're a strong team. I think what he's trying to do is keep his team positive and focused. You know, they're not in any foul trouble, which is important for them with the 2 big scorers. They've just got to keep doing what they've been doing all season to be successful.
Shot by Mayo won't go. So the Knights will come down court with it. Capra with the ball. She's got an open shot. Will not go, however. She's not afraid to take the outside shot. She's already made 1. She scored 5 of Old Bridge. Check that. Shot from the outside won't go. It's a tie-up possession arrow to Old Bridge.
Yeah, Dudra in there, mixing it up in nice with the big girls from Old Bridge, tying it up and not getting possession, but the ball turned over on the alternating possession. But Dudra keeping that ball alive, doing her best on the rebound.
Kathy Rudder with it.
Whalen again pressuring nicely. You see her trying to get side on, force her to her weak side. Although, like you mentioned earlier, she does seem strong to either side.
Nice pass.
Wonderful backdoor cut there from Old Bridge.
Equally good defense by Dudra. Pass to Mayo on the outside. There's an open shot. Dudra didn't want it.
Yeah, she passed it up, and you can see Coach Whalen's been preaching patience tonight. They seem to be looking for the best shot as opposed to the first shot.
9-6 Old Bridge with 6:40 left to go in the half. First half of play. It's been kind of nip and tuck so far. Mayo, she thinks about it. In and out. Good follow-up. Up and in.
Yeah, Jess Campbell, again, staying alive in the offensive glass, using the glass from that angle. That's the best thing you can do when you're faced with a shot from that angle. Use that glass, bank it in.
It is 9-8 now. Old Bridge with a 1-point lead. Rudder between the legs, gives it to Allen, but off her. Good defense by East Brunswick. And here they come again. There's an open lane. Doesn't fall.
Yeah, just a little too strong off the glass. Nice move, though, and good attacking play. East Brunswick wants to attack that basket when they get the chance in transition.
Capra a little out of control. Oh, they call a foul there.
Looked clean from behind. It may have been the girl in front with a little body. Let's see.
Kevin, I'm wondering if Sierra Allen might be related to Old Bridge's fine tackle, all-county. I think he made honorable mention All-State, Robert Allen.
Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, number 99 for the Knights. Yeah, tough player for this past football season.
Sierra Allen is good on the first shot, makes it 10-8 Old Bridge. That shot, the foul was charged to Dudra, her first.
Coach Fisher did mention to me before the game, he's looking for those contributions from, he's got the big 2. He needs some of the other 3 or his bench to give him more points, more scoring, and more confident play. He's got the 2 confident leaders out there who can score most of the points, but the difference come tournament time will be those extra contributors.
And that tells me that Sierra Allen has to pick up her pace.
Sure.
Are you saying that just kindly? Shot from the outside, up and in by number 15, who's in the game. That is, let's see.
Calogero, I think.
Calogero, yes. Correct.
Yeah, that's a new face, as we mentioned. A new face contributing 2 points, giving Old Bridge the 4-point lead.
Okay, that's their biggest of the evening, I believe. that 4-point margin, 12-8. East Brunswick getting some good looks here.
Yep, they're running a nice little, looks like a variation of a flex offense, spread in the court. You'll get shots from that corner. Hopefully you can hit that corner shot. You'll get shots from the corner, and then at the foul line extended in that offense.
Mayo, 3 times she's thrown up shots from the corner. Hasn't been successful thus far.
And you need to get, if you hit that shot once or twice, you can really open up the bottom of that Old Bridge defense for the drive. Then things will really start to work nicely for East Brunswick if they can keep exploiting it.
All right, Allen is out of the game, replaced by number 44. That is Jin Chartsky.
Great skip pass there by Whalen to Campbell. Campbell couldn't find the rim, though. But the ball out of bounds over to East Brunswick again.
Pass inbounds to Whalen. She has the shot. 3 points if it goes.
Look good coming out of her hand. Just a little bit short, rolled out. You keep shooting that ball, though, it will go. You have to have that confidence.
And East Brunswick needs to continue its defensive effort on this end of the court.
They're going to travel there on Calogero. Then they find Rudder.
Rudder penetrates, won't go, however. Bounces around, who's got it? East Brunswick. They got a 3-on-1 here if they can, nope, couldn't do it.
Again, though, I like the aggressive play. You got to force the attack here if you're East Brunswick. You get that 3-on-2, you've got to try to force for the 3-on-2. Try to score against them in transition before their big girls can get down set there on the low block. That said, Old Bridge is a little smaller right now with Allen out of the game.
Rudder, looks like she wanted to go. Whalen guarding her.
Aaron Whalen has done a fantastic job in the first half so far defending her.
It's been a low-scoring game. Rudder, and it looks like, that's Capra.
Yeah, that's going to be before the shot, too, which is fortunate for East Brunswick.
Would only be the 15th foul. So it'll be inbounds to Old Bridge. Mariski gets that foul?
Yep.
Okay. That is team foul number 5. Good block by East Brunswick.
Just one foul against Old Bridge so
Petriello on that block. Whalen, it's cross court.
Nice spin dribble there at the midcourt line.
Shot, good pace, hits. 3-pointer. That had a lot of rhythm to it, didn't it?
Yeah, sure did. She was very close to the line, too.
Makes the score 12-11. East Brunswick down by a point.
The official from behind, they put up those 2 arms. That's a nice 3-pointer for East Brunswick there. Oh, quick answer, though. Quick answer, Capra inside.
You had mentioned that Capra really seems to be strong emotionally, where if East Brunswick does something good on one end, she comes right down.
Sure, that bounce back ability there. Capra enters the game averaging 18.2 a game, 18.2. Ton of points from one kid, and they also have Rudder averaging 16.6. So that's 35 points a game from 2 players.
Shot up and good on the follow-up by Petriello.
Nice.
Makes it 14-13.
Nice balance there in the paint, yeah. Taking that ball up. Nice high arc over the outstretched arm of Capra inside.
There's a pass inside. Nice defense by East Brunswick.
Yeah, that was Jess Campbell again inside defending that entry pass, turning over Old Bridge once again, and a chance to take the lead.
Bounce pass. Petriello has the hot hand. She scored the last 2 baskets for East Brunswick.
Now, if I'm coaching against East Brunswick right now, I don't really know who to try to stop because they can hit you from a lot of different spots.
A little too hard.
Nice.
Good opportunity by Mariski.
Yep, real nice. Not open close shot, but at least a good chance down low.
You know, Kevin, you talked about the confidence that East Brunswick got by knocking off Piscataway. It seems to be carrying over in that Old Bridge represents a real tough opponent. Yet East Brunswick's not backing off at all.
No, and you don't see that, and I don't expect that from East Brunswick. East Brunswick perennial, although this year they're struggling record-wise early on. You know, the number of seniors they graduated last year, that's going to happen. But I think East Brunswick has that championship and winning mentality where they expect to compete and they expect to win.
Chesnikova in the game for East Brunswick kind of forced one up there. Oh, no foul called on that. Wow.
A lot of contact.
Yes. Whalen down the middle.
But the defender did have both feet facing the defender, squared up to her, and that's how you get away with that. Old Bridge player may have been a little out of control as well.
Again, East Brunswick can take the lead. They're down by a point, 14-13. Under 2 minutes to play. There was a foul.
Could have been one before that, too. He had to call the second one.
Rudder with the first foul. That's only the second team foul by Old Bridge.
14 minutes of basketball, 2 team fouls against Old Bridge.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. And they are playing an aggressive style of defense in that man-to-man. But it has been a relatively loosely called game, and that's fine. As long as they're going to do it both ways, no one is ever going to have a problem with that. It's very clear then what you're going to get away with and what you're not.
Bounce pass. That was kind of forced. East Brunswick fortunate that it went off Old Bridge.
Yeah, I think Aaron saw it for a moment, and the gap had already passed by the time that ball could get through there. It was a good idea. Again, see East Brunswick taking their chances to try to get it low when they can. Old Bridge now has switched to a zone.
Shot will not fall. Chesnikova with the rebound, taken away by Capra. Down to 1:10 left to go in the first half of play.
A lot of contact on screens coming out there too.
Good give and go pass, very nicely done.
Yep. Good penetrating dribble, drew the defender off the low block. That spot being exposed, Capper catches the ball and lays it in.
Okay, as we've been doing this year, Kevin, we have something called Senior Spotlight. And our Senior Spotlight, well, actually, she's coming out onto the court right now. She is the last one. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to wait a second. Oh, that's her right there. Okay. You have to help me with the pronunciation of
Yes,
names.
that's Megan DeDucis.
DeDucis. Okay, well, she is interested in going to either Florida State, University of Delaware, or Louisiana State University, of all places. Her favorite musical group happens to be a single, Barry White. And her favorite movie, get this, Gone with the Wind.
Wow. Classic girl. Megan is a classic girl.
Hey, the people who have had the most impact on her life, my cheerleading coaches, Mrs. Foley, Spedito, and Adams, and her senior quote is, "Fill the oval completely, SAT 1 reasoning test."
Yes, the witty Megan DeDucis. Megan actually had the opportunity to cheer at the Orange Bowl this year for the Orange Bowl game on New Year's Day. Got to go down to Florida. Quite an experience, I'm sure.
Okay, back to the game here. East Brunswick cross-court pass. Again, they can tie this. Excuse me, they're down by 3. Penetration, up and in.
That spin move right as she penetrated the lane. Nice little spin move to create some space, laid in soft. Once again, Jess Campbell giving East Brunswick an inside presence.
16-15, 27 seconds left to go. Campbell leading East Brunswick with 6 points. Rudder puts it up, blocked nicely.
Great block by Petriello.
East Brunswick with a chance. They got 15 seconds. Pass, Cruz recovers. Nice defense by Old Bridge.
Coach Fisher was looking for a foul call. I thought it was pretty clean by Petriello.
All right.
Now he got one there.
A lot of arms as Capper went inside. 6th team foul. So no foul, no one-on-one situation yet.
Nope, 7 seconds left to her. Looks like we're not going to get to it in this half, although perhaps I'm speaking too soon.
Yeah,
we
you
could
don't want
have
to
one
say
here.
too soon. All right, that foul is on Megan. Mayo picks up her first. Let's see if Old Bridge can do something here.
Oh, handoff. That could be a turnover.
Wow, look at that defense by East Brunswick. They have a lot of time.
And nearly got to finish that with the foul.
Can you believe that?
It looked for a moment, and I saw Coach Whalen signal for it. The Old Bridge player appeared to hand the ball off on the inbound. That would be an immediate turnover violation. You cannot hand the ball off on an inbounds play. However, it worked fortunately for East Brunswick. Petriello with the steal and drive.
Ties the game. Excuse me, check, it is tied. No, East Brunswick can take the lead here.
It would be a nice time for the first lead of the game at the halftime mark. You get to walk into that dressing room.
A little long on it. Shot good, almost good by Chesnikova. And with that, we have a fitting 16-16 tie here at halftime. You look at Old Bridge, they're not too happy with the way things have transpired. And East Brunswick, Kevin, you got to be happy with the way they played.
And you can see the bounce in their step as they walk off the court. And Old Bridge kind of standing around a little bit. And I think they were okay and they were happy with what was transpiring until about the 2-minute mark. And there, Old Bridge had a few turnovers from there.
Okay, we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be back with the halftime ceremony right after this. Okay, back here at halftime at the East Brunswick Old Bridge game, you see in your picture there some of the members of the East Brunswick girls tennis team, which captured their, you ready for this? 12th consecutive GMC championship.
Very dominant.
Finished with a 16-5 record, a #1 ranking in the area by the Home News Tribune, and of course the coaches were coached by Mrs. Karen Grant. So let's list them. Anna Tarasova, all conference at first singles. Second singles, Luisa Kayamova. They were the conference champions, by the way. Third singles, Mirjam Jasiak, who is not here, is she? First doubles is Christine Monteau and Jenny Say. They were also conference champions. And the second doubles were Maren Rosenberg and Catherine Chen. So we have a representation of the team here tonight. There they are. And congratulations. Kevin, the girls' teams always do well.
Yeah, they do, and so do the boys. I think the East Brunswick, the excellence in academics, athletics, and the arts, it isn't just a slogan here, as evidenced by that girls' tennis championship team.
All righty. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half right after this. We are back at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, where the Bears are tied with Old Bridge in girls basketball, 16-16. Game opened up, Kevin, with Old Bridge looking like it wanted to take charge. We mentioned their two top players, Jamie Capra and Kathy Rudder, Jamie Capra is the one who's the leading scorer for Old Bridge. She has 9 points, 9 of the 16 points. Kathy Rudder has been shut out. But on the East Brunswick side of things, they've got contributions from Jess Campbell, who has 6 points. You've also got Laura Petriello with 6 points. And overall, the dominant thing about them is that they played well defensively.
Sure, and I think that's a key. You were mentioning Capra as leading scorer, but Rudder not really getting as involved on the scoring aspect. That's Erin Whalen really playing strong denial defense. The second Rudder gives up that ball, you see Erin getting in that passing lane and denying her the chance to get it back. Rudder has had some nice penetration moves and some nice passes inside to Capra, but she has not been able to get many shots off at all.
The way East Brunswick is playing this defense, is it possible that they could tire out?
I would say no. I'm familiar with an East Brunswick style of pressing full court up and down the full length of the court. I think this half court, man, while it is demanding physically, I do think they can maintain it. Also, East Brunswick has played several kids in the first half, so I think they're perhaps more suited to playing 8 or 9 deep, more so than Old Bridge is.
Okay, Old Bridge takes the ball in. Well, one shot was blocked. That was Rudder's shot who was blocked. And an open shot up and in, number 10. That is Pruitti. It's a three-pointer that gives Old Bridge a 19-16 lead.
Yeah, I think that might be the first shot I've seen her take today, but it was open and it looked confident, and perhaps that was a halftime message in the Old Bridge locker room. Take that open shot when you have it. Don't wait.
So East Brunswick will be back to that patient offense. Looks like Old Bridge is going to take a couple more chances, which means that East Brunswick should have some open looks like Whalen has right now. Shot will not go. Yeah. Allen with a good, strong rebound.
You could see Erin had to change her shot there. A lot of arc there, getting inside, perhaps one dribble more inside than she wanted to be.
Meanwhile, on the other end, pass intended for Capra goes long, so East Brunswick will take over. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's been a fast-paced game, not a lot of whistles, which is sometimes a good thing.
That has been a style that in the past has favored East Brunswick in their pressure defense.
Petriello with it underneath. Bounce pass out to Dudra. Tied up, jump ball.
Cruising those quick hands to match her quick feet. Ties that up nicely down at the baseline.
So East Brunswick possession arrow means they get the ball off the jump.
Now Old Bridge last time, and we see it again, went to a little matchup zone on the inbound play, and East Brunswick threw it away. That's something that we like to do at our school also. It helps with the matchup. Helps with matchup problems when you have cutters coming down and under the basket inbounds. To stay in that zone for a moment just to help you match up and identify cutters, you try to, or at least you limit the ability of giving up an easy basket.
6:28 left to go in the third quarter. East Brunswick down by 3, 19-16. Pass inside to Allen. Good defense once more.
Jess Campbell on the ball again on the defensive side, playing an impressive game so far.
Petriello penetrates, kicks it back outside. Shot from the corner, up and in. That was Dudra.
Yep, Dudra very calmly in the corner on the rotation play. Dudra's man switched off to watch Campbell's penetration.
There's a shot that won't go in. East Brunswick, by the way, 19-18 now. Is that Rudder's first 2 points?
Rudder very active in the offensive glass. Missed the shot first, followed her own rebound. East Brunswick, and we heard Coach Whalen say it in the timeout earlier in the game. You must protect the defensive glass. Get on hold the box out a little bit longer. Grab that ball.
21-18, Old Bridge.
She was concerned earlier about number 3 for Old Bridge. That was Cruz getting a couple of rebounds. We saw Rudder do the same thing there.
Notice that Allen comes out. So that opens up the inside, however, won't go. Good positioning by Sierra Allen.
Yep, exactly what you talked about there. We got a matchup of Campbell against, ooh, there's a shot from Capper that won't fall.
Will not fall.
The matchup against Pruitti, that was Campbell against Pruitti inside, just couldn't get it to go.
Inside, there's the opening, up and in.
Sudra, great body positioning on the catch. If you saw, she had a nice wide base. Arms were outstretched to the ball, stepped to the ball calmly. Nice little drop step to the basket, laid it off the glass. Perfect.
21-20, Old Bridge by a point.
Textbook low post play from Dudra there.
There's a little mental lapse by Capra. Turnover. Ken Fisher pleading with her senior leader there. Think.
And one official, the low official, has called the ball in favor of Old Bridge. However, Coach Fisher does not believe the ball was Old Bridge's. The trail official corrects him quickly.
Yeah. No, that was clearly off Old Bridge. All right, East Brunswick will try to capitalize once more. They found themselves down by 4 points, but have come back with 3.
Coach Fisher going to his bench a little earlier here in the third quarter than he did in the first half. Campbell versus Collegiero, good matchup size-wise for East Brunswick.
That shot does not go by East Brunswick.
I've been impressed with Campbell's athleticism. I think she's given East Brunswick on the offensive and defensive side a lot.
That shot looked a little forced by number 15. That was Calogero.
Yeah, she made one earlier. Looking to take it again. There's Campbell.
3-point shot. Will not go. Some outside shots are not falling for either team.
And they are open. Both teams having some open looks from the outside. We didn't see that in the first half.
Penetration by Capra doesn't make it. They fight for it.
Jess Campbell once again poking that away from Capra. Capra had her hands on it. Campbell kept it alive for the Bears.
Marilyn Whalen with the ball. She backs off a little to look things over. Open shot. Nope. Down to 3:40 left to go in the third quarter. It's 21-20, Old Bridge by a point.
I think the longer the Bears can keep this a one-possession game.
How about a nice strong move there by Petriello to make it 22-21. East Brunswick back on top.
This puts pressure on Old Bridge now.
Sure
Old Bridge
does.
has to play a closer game, perhaps a more close game than they expected.
They're looking a little cautious with it. Capra, of course, is the one that gets the ball, and she puts it home. Again, who's the one that responds with a little adversity, and it's Jamie Capra.
And that was the size advantage and the strength advantage really down low. She got hit a little bit as she took the ball to the glass. Calmly, as the whistle blew, calmly banked it off the glass and in. Capra, a very strong presence down low.
Risky charge with the foul by East Brunswick. Actually, I don't see her on the court. They posted number 15 with the foul. Is she there? Okay. Capra will look to make it a three-pointer. Does. She's 3 for 3 from the line. Leading scorer tonight with 15 points, I believe.
That was a short-lived lead for East Brunswick.
24-22, the Knights by 2.
Looking for Dudra in the back door, almost slid past the Old Bridge zone. Old Bridge going back to his zone again.
Whalen from the outside, will not go.
She thought she had that. I saw the reaction after she shot that ball. She was looking it in with her eyes. It just bounced away for her.
Capra wants to shoot again, won't go. Who gets it? Jump ball, Old Bridge will have possession.
One thing you talked about a lot early in the first half was the patience each team showed on offense. We've seen a different brand of basketball in the third quarter.
Absolutely. Substitutions. Chesnikova will come back into the game.
Yeah, both teams looking to shoot on that first open shot. They don't want to wait.
Rudder puts it up, and a foul called on Mayo, her second. two-shot foul. This is an opportunity for Kathy Rudder to score. Excuse me, she already has 2 points, but first time to the foul line. They say that was the first on Mayo. Interesting. I thought she had 2.
Rudder with the smooth, a left-handed stroke.
(26-22). The Old Bridge Knights with a back up to a 4-point lead, but 2:36 left in the third quarter of play.
Old Bridge now back to their man. Only one possession of Coach Fisher's zone there. Looked like a little 1-2-2 last time. Perhaps trying to mix it up to throw off East Brunswick's rhythm a little bit offensively.
Mayo, bounce pass. Mayo had an open look. Inside, knocked around, and they're going to call a foul on Capra.
Just the first foul this half, and only the third foul in the game against Old Bridge. As you mentioned, the loose called the game so far.
Substitution, Allen will come back in for Old Bridge. Brady will leave.
And here you see Old Bridge again in that 2-3 look, trying to limit any easy inside chances. They'll match up out of this, I believe.
Stolen by Cruz.
Too quick, yep.
Rudder was going to put it up. Blocked partially by Mayo.
Jamie Capra either tripped or was knocked down in the backcourt. She seems to be limping a bit.
Shot put up by Petriello will not go.
East Brunswick just cooled off a little bit. They've had probably 5 or 6 outside shots in a row that have just rimmed out or been a bit short. Mayo almost with the steal there.
Capra will not go, gets her own rebound, bounced around. Who comes up with it? Off East Brunswick.
Old Bridge got that ball inside a little too easily. Coach Whalen knows that if the ball gets into Capra that easily, that could be a problem.
We're down to 1:33 left to go in the third quarter in this fast-moving game. 26-22, Old Bridge over East Brunswick. Capra with it, being guarded by Campbell. Petriello. Good screen setup. Good give and go. Blocked nicely. Ahead of the field, Petriello and she puts it in.
All set up by the great defense by East Brunswick's number 13. That is Chesnakova.
26-24, Old Bridge.
Great.
1 minute exactly to go in the third quarter. Capra penetrates, puts it up and in.
Got the block last time. That time could not get it. Old Bridge draws a foul inside. Who is it? Capra again.
By the way, she is absolutely the ace in the hole for Old Bridge. You know that when adversity comes, the ball's going to be in her hands. Foul is charged to Petriello, just her third team foul. And Capra can cap off this play with a three-pointer. She does. And she now has 15 points with under a minute to play in the third quarter. 29-24. This is the largest lead for Old Bridge, just like that.
And it's been from the foul line. They've gotten the ball inside. Oh, there's a nice East Brunswick answering inside.
Yeah. 29-26. East Brunswick down by 3. Capra penetrates again, draws the foul. She is 4 for 4 from the line, Kevin. So, and we noted what a good foul shooter she is. You can just see by the way she puts it up.
She's going inside, expecting it hit, expecting to get fouled, and even to make the basket too and to convert it into a three-point play. Here it's 2 shots, but we've seen her on the line 3 times already looking to convert a three-point play after a made basket. Capra is a dangerous weapon inside for the Knights.
30-26. Capra will look for her 6th point from the line. She does. And what do we have here? Substitution. 31-26, back up to a 5-point lead for the Old Bridge.
Calagera back in for Old Bridge. We've seen her take a few outside shots for the Knights.
Campbell with it. Whalen decides to put it up.
Yeah, a little bit short. You could see it as it left her hand, that it just didn't have that good look as her shot normally does.
Oldbridge going to hold for one. 10 seconds. Capra, ball's in her hands, as we know it would be. In the corner, back to Capra, puts it up, and a nice shot, swish.
That's like a dagger, that basket from Jamie
Boy,
Capra.
sure
She's had a
was.
fantastic third quarter. She's had a fantastic game, but I think the third quarter has been especially tough for the Bears to deal with.
Was that a three-pointer, by the way?
Yes, it sure was. Yeah,
Oh,
right here
wow.
on the wing on the left-hand side. She's been real effective from the line, inside, and there we saw outside. We saw an outside shot earlier in the game, too. She can hit you from, she opened the game with a 3, now she closed the third quarter with a 3.
And Jamie Capra with, heck, she's up to about close to 20 points now. Having really just a dominant scorer. If you look at the scoring here, only Kathy Rudder, who has 4, Allen with 3, Cruz 2, Pruetti with 3, Caligieri. It's really the Jamie Capra show tonight.
And interestingly, Capra, who's an excellent, Rudder, who's an excellent ball handler, they didn't have her out on the court for that closing play at the end of the quarter there. 30 seconds left. Oldbridge doesn't take the last shot, doesn't even have their true point guard on the floor. They give it to Capra. She can do it from out there. Calmly waited, bled the clock down, and then drained the 3 to give the Knights that 8-point lead heading into the fourth.
Right, 34-26, the largest lead of the evening. Kind of like a cushion as the way this game has gone.
And now we see an interesting coaching move from Coach Fisher. I don't know if I could drag Capra out of the game right now, but he has, trying to get her a short rest. Perhaps that opens the door a crack for the Bears.
We'll see. Whalen with it. You got to be sure that they don't force things. Post-up situation inside. It's not working. There's a give and go to Mayo.
Great backdoor cut. Got a foul call in there, too. Beats Cruz, who's looking to be aggressive in the passing lane. Backdoor from Mayo. Great pass also to draw that foul. 2 shots for Mayo.
Cruz with her second foul. That is the second team foul by Oldbridge.
I think the Bears really need to make a nice 4 or 6 point run here initially to start the fourth quarter with Capra on the bench. That would be important for them to have a chance to steal this game at the end of the fourth quarter.
East Brunswick only its 4th trip to the line.
There have not been many fouls called against Oldbridge today. That's only the 4th in the game.
Mayo good on 1, so it's 34-27.
That was a wonderful left-handed pass from Rudder there.
Bounces around. East Brunswick with it. That's Whalen to the middle. Looks for the outside. Mayo with the open 3. Short. Was it tipped? I thought it was possibly tipped. Guess not.
Capra comes back. It was a 35-second rest for the Oldbridge Star.
Okay, you had the clock on her. 7:25, that means left in the game. And Jamie's going to handle the ball.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
She looks to be the entire package.
I think what it does, too, for the problem it gives East Brunswick.
Wow, good, great give and go.
The problem that causes East Brunswick is East Brunswick has to take a bigger player out to cover Capra. So that's bringing a player who's probably less suited to playing a ball handler way out away from the basket. And you saw when she drove in, hit a nice little kick in to Allen.
All right, East Brunswick in somewhat of a desperate situation now. They got to make points. There's 2 of them right there.
Nice smooth little shot from the elbow from Dudra.
36-29, 7-point margin for Oldbridge. Capra inside.
What a spin move.
She used the right hand.
Yeah, put it up probably wrong-handed, I might say there.
Yeah, she should have done it, put it up with her left hand. Kevin Fisher beside himself.
Yeah, travel call down there. Perhaps a couple of arms were in near the ball. Coach Fisher, I'm sure, looking for a little reach-in call. Didn't get it that time.
East Brunswick, not so many substitutions this half.
No. We did see Jess Campbell out part in the third quarter. And she was really, I think, a spark plug when East Brunswick made that run at the end of the second.
There's Whalen. No, nice tip by Kathy Rudder.
Rudder, excellent defense there, getting her hand into the passing lane. You want one hand covering.
There's she draws the foul.
You want one hand covering the passing lane. You want one hand up in the shooter's face, denying her vision or denying her the chance to shoot. That time, Rudder's passing lane hand was able to interrupt the pass.
That foul charge to number 14, Jess Campbell, just her second. That is the 5th team foul. Rudder to the line, shooting 2.
I don't think we're going to see much foul trouble either way, at least so far, with the low number of fouls being called in the ball game.
Substitutions, new face, number 32 into the game.
Yeah, I haven't seen her yet.
Karina Arsula. Caridi's back in. Rudder good from the line as well. You know, Old Bridge, 10 for 11 from the charity stripe tonight. You got a 9-point lead. Hey, that's really the difference right there when you think about it.
Oh, sure, you're shooting over 90% right there, and I think the probably...
Okay, I think we're going to go to the huddle and let's listen to Katie Whalen.
We got to get some stops. Fist looks great. I think there's some openings. I think people are riding. Remember we talked about that at practice? Without turning the ball over, I think we got some openings. Look alive, come on!
This game here, girls want this game.
Let's go. Defense, 1, 2, 3. Defense.
As I was mentioning about the foul shooting, shooting over 90%, I think perhaps an average day for Old Bridge may be in the 70% range. So that's probably 4 extra points here, and that's sparked that lead all the way up to 9.
And that's where we stand, 38-29, 6 minutes to go in the contest. It was tied 16-all at half, and then Old Bridge opened things up in the third quarter and has extended that lead here. Mayo thought about it. Petriello will not go. The littlest player on the court comes down with the rebound.
Yep.
Bruce.
Covering the backside there. When East Brunswick's going to put 4 outside shooters out along the arc, that's going to happen. It's going to open it up for a guard rebound.
They're going to catch Dudra with a foul, I believe. And Rudder once again will come to the line. She is 4 for 4 on the evening from the charity stripe. Makes the first.
Rudder looks good from the foul line as well. Yep. Continuing that Old Bridge consistency from the stripe.
Talk about senior leadership. You can demonstrate that from the foul line. And they have tonight with Capra and Rudder. Kathy Rudder, 6 for 6, 8 points total. Makes it 40-29, an 11-point lead for Old Bridge. They're pulling away here. East Brunswick needs some points.
Old Bridge staying in their man-to-man. Now a little slightly more aggressive man-to-man, probably getting out along the 3-point line, knowing East Brunswick has to shoot from long distance to get back into this. You'll see there's no inside help right now for Old Bridge. They're going to come way out and guard them. They almost took advantage of that, but nice play by Rudder. Quick hands again from Rudder.
Going to call us traveling on Arsula. So an even 5 minutes left to go in the game. East Brunswick down by 11. They need points, and they need them fast. Thought they took a little bit too much time down this end of the court. Kevin, there's an opening. Shot up and in by Campbell.
And you can see if Old Bridge is going to make that defensive adjustment and come out and defend each player out on the 3-point arc, that inside cut, perhaps a backdoor, is going to be open. Jess Campbell exploited it.
40-31. Rudder with it.
Nifty little pass there. Did you see that backhand pass down inside?
Now they're going to call a foul on that.
Touch foul down low.
Not at all consistent with the way the officials have been calling it before, and that is the 17th foul. So East Brunswick is out of opportunities to foul. So Capra will go to the line with our first bonus situation of the evening.
I think what Coach Whalen finds interesting right now, something I find interesting as well, oftentimes we see a game called a lot tighter in the center of the court, a lot looser in the center of the court. They'll allow those guards to hand check, but down low, a tiny tap equals a foul, and that's what you saw there. But fortunately for the Bears, they miss.
Capra misses her first foul shot of the evening. There's another open door.
We had a wonderful angle on that pass. You saw the opening as she cut in, laid it home, cuts it to 7.
7-point lead, 40-33, and it's time for an Old Bridge timeout. Ken Fisher just sensing things were starting to turn in East Brunswick's way. And let's see what Katie Whalen, once she gets finished talking to brother Richie, says. Go ahead.
We're going to go 1 possession, triangle, and 2. Okay? 1 possession, triangle, and 2. You'll be at the top. You two will be at the bottom, okay? You and Lauren, we got to box out of it. 21, whoever else, okay? Rebound, get it. We're going to go Clippers again offensively. Nice
Hey,
job.
couple things too. Make sure we have our man matchups and know that they're
Right.
in the 1-on-1, so be smart. Don't
Move
let
your
them go
feet,
to the
don't
line
reach.
and get foul shots, especially Capper and Rudder. They're good foul shooters.
Here we go, one time only. Defense, 1, 2, 3. Defense!
It's the most prophetic statement by Richie Whalen tonight. Rudder and Capper are good foul shooters. No kidding. Combined, they're, let's see, 12 for 13 from the line tonight. That's outstanding foul shooting.
Now you see with East Brunswick moving to the triangle too. Interesting choice by Coach Whalen. They're going to be very aggressive on Rudder and very aggressive on Capra, but Oldbridge can use some clock outside.
Cruz tosses one up, but there was Allen on the follow-up. Unfortunate for East Brunswick, she got boxed out.
Yeah, and East Brunswick had 3 girls in decent position, but Allen just able to raise her arms above them.
42-33, Oldbridge with a 9-point margin. Whalen puts it up and home.
I sort of thought used her body to seal that off too. Didn't let the taller Oldbridge defender get a piece of that. Nice use of the body on the drive.
42-35, Oldbridge. Shot up by Cruz, will not go. Bounced around, East Brunswick with it. That's Whalen.
I wonder if Oldbridge is shooting a little too quick for Coach Fisher's liking right there. That was a 5-second possession. I'm sure he would prefer a 35-second possession.
Bounce pass, Petriello will not go.
They haven't
Who's
been
got it?
able-
Good rebound there by Dudra. Nope, gets away from him now.
East
Cruz.
Brunswick, much of the second half, just hasn't been able to hit that open outside shot when they've had it, and that's unfortunate because you can see that's what their good, patient offense is getting, those open looks. They just needed to drop. There is time.
Shot up and will not go. Down with it comes the Bears. Campbell to Whalen. Whalen's been handling the ball a lot this half.
Oldbridge again settling for a 3-pointer here with a 7-point lead under 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
Gotta wonder. There's another open lane. Oh, will not go. With it is Capra. 2:30 left to go in the contest. A 7-point lead by the Knights.
Capra using that arm to separate herself from Jess Campbell. Coach Whalen looking for the offensive foul. That ball out of bounds, 2. East Brunswick.
All right.
If you're East Brunswick, when do you, well, we might get to hear it in this timeout.
What's your question?
When would you start to foul Oldbridge, put him to the line? Would you do it this early in the game, trailing by 7?
I'll tell you what, with Rudder and Capra out there, as long as the ball's in their hands, you can't foul them, unless it's really absolutely necessary. Let's see what Katie has to say.
Our last sip for the 2:17 here, okay? Catch your breath. No, we have 2 more, but I mean, just catch your breath here. I like the triangle in 2. We're going to stay with it. Got to watch 10. We got lucky. I forgot to remind you the last time, okay? So know where 10 is. Box out. Yes, okay? Box out of it. Keep running this Clippers until they can stop it, all right? Keep curling. Wait a spot up there, all right? Catch your breath. Let's go. We got to run in us. I know
Here,
it.
if we
Let's
call,
go.
if they start bringing it out where they stall, no,
Okay, we might have to go man. You hear that, Laura? We might have to go man,
Hey,
okay?
rebound out of the triangle in 2. We got to rebound, right?
Here we
And then
go.
push it.
Hustle. 1, 2, 3.
Hustle.
It's always a trouble going to the zone defense when you may give up some man matchup on the rebound. You have to quickly be able to identify who your rebounder is in that area. And we saw last time Allen be able to get in between the triangle and get that last rebound and follow.
Just about 2 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the game. East Brunswick down 42-35. Obviously, this is an important possession. That was a good shot up and in by Dudra, who now has 8 points, makes it 42-37, a 5-point lead.
5-point game, 2 minutes, inside 2 minutes, actually.
Woodbridge going to be patient. I'm sure that was the instructions by Fisher in the huddle.
If I'm Oldbridge right now, I don't take this ball forward. I just keep it out there. And now you see what Oldbridge has to do, what East Brunswick has to do as a result.
They call a jump before. Nope, they do. Now, wait a minute. He raised his hands in a
That is
jump.
a very, very fortunate call for the Knights. The referee signaled jump ball and then awarded a timeout. Interesting.
And East Brunswick doesn't say anything about it. That's very, very interesting.
Aaron Whalen, who was in the play, had a mild protestation. And now they are going to call the jump ball, I believe.
Well, East Brunswick's under the impression
No,
that
they
it
are.
is a jump. It is a timeout.
The ref signals timeout. I think East Brunswick didn't realize they were going to give Oldbridge the timeout. That was a tough timeout
Correct.
awarded. You should have clean possession. I'm not sure that Oldbridge girl ever had clean possession of that ball. What was interesting, too, is a player off the ball was calling for the timeout. I believe it was Capra off the ball asking for the timeout. However,
Right.
the player who had the ball never really had clean possession because the East Brunswick girl, they were fighting for it together.
Well, new rule this year in high school basketball, I think you know this, is that coach can call timeout.
Sure.
Maybe that was what the official said. We'll never find out. Anyway, it's 42-37, Old Bridge with the ball.
Old Bridge for a moment had snuck a 6th player out there, an old Seton Hall trick that they pulled last year.
Seton Hall trick,
Yep.
okay. East Brunswick in a zone, now they got to come out. There's Rudder.
Yep. Here's what Old Bridge should be doing in this situation. Being very patient. East Brunswick has to foul. East Brunswick probably letting too much time come off the clock here.
Now the foul. Campbell, who picks up her 4th, will send Cruz to the line.
The trigger word we use over at Spotswood is the word fire when we want to get the foul. So it's fun being a coach when you're waiting for your girls to give the foul and you're screaming fire, fire, fire on the sideline. As long as nobody in the crowd starts running out, we're happy.
There you go. There's the miss on the 1-and-1. So East Brunswick with an opportunity. 1:05 left to go. Whalen tosses it up. Oh, will not
They
fall.
needed that one. They needed that one.
Capra immediately fouled.
That's a nice play. Nothing came off the clock there. Old Bridge got the defensive rebound. The foul was given immediately. Unfortunately, it's Capra, but I don't know if you want to wait much. I don't know if you want to wait for her to give it up at that point. If I'm Capra, I may not be giving up the ball at this point of the game.
The foul is by Dudra, who picks up her 3rd. Jamie Capra at the line has missed just once tonight. She is 6 for 7.
This is the last 1-and-1 Old Bridge will be shooting for. It's the 9th team foul against the Bears.
Sinks her first calmly.
Now, if you take a peek up at the scoreboard, you'll see Old Bridge still stuck on 2 fouls.
Yeah.
2 fouls called against them in the first half, 2 in the second half. A sticking point, I think, that has not gone unnoticed by Coach Whalen.
That one in and out, bounces around. I think they're going to call.
Yeah, foul on Old Bridge there over the
Arciola.
back. Yep.
So Capra misses her 2nd. Exactly 1 minute to play in this contest.
East Brunswick smartly held the box out, something coaches say quite often there. You have the numerical advantage there. You have 2 rebounders in a foul line situation on each side, and the offense only has 1. East Brunswick stayed disciplined.
Katie stopped her dribble. Erin did. They got to put it up. That's a long shot. Will not go. However, the rebound put up and in by Dudra.
It's an interesting three-pointer. The first three-point attempt from Risky didn't look so clean, but Dudra, again, smartly, hard-working, in the right position, got the ball calmly, banked it in, and drew a foul as well.
Hey, if Lauren can put this through, it's only a 3-point game, which
Sure.
means 1 possession.
Yep, 1 possession game. Although Old Bridge will be getting the ball, and I think East Brunswick is in the position where they have to foul again immediately, even though this time it will be a 2-shot foul.
Shot up and in. 11 points.
Rudder gets the ball, another good foul shooter with it. I'd like to foul this girl immediately. Unable to, though.
Capra now with the ball in her hands. Oh, loses the handle, and I think they're going to call an offensive foul.
I think, yes, push off, offensive foul against Capra, extending the arm. Coach Whalen had been looking for that foul all game. The extension of the arm by Capra as she holds the ball, accentuated perhaps by the fact that she's a little bigger than her defensive opponent. East Brunswick will have a chance to tie.
Here we go. 28 seconds left to go.
Jess Campbell sets the high screen.
Oh, open. Almost loses it. Whalen with the ball now.
Use that timeout
She
if you need
drives.
it.
Oh, a
that's
little
not
too
gonna
strong.
go. Great move by Whalen, just unable to fall.
And just 8 seconds left to go. East Brunswick needs to set up here, and Old Bridge is the one that's going to call timeout. Erin Whalen had an open lane, but she just put it up a little too strong.
And I know she feels she got bumped, and I'm sure she did get bumped a little in there. That it's tough. Ref doesn't always like to make that call inside of 10 seconds there. She was expecting the contact, perhaps even was expecting more contact. Perhaps that impacted the way she put that ball off the backboard.
Okay, let's listen in on Katie.
Try hard, okay? You'll be the floater. she was. But as soon as they get it in, back to her and deny, okay? We'd rather not foul 14 or Capra, but if we have to, obviously we have to, all right? We want to steal, and then we're going to have to foul right away. So we want to try to keep it out of Rudder's hands the best you can, okay? Foul right away if your girl gets it, all right?
Hey, try to get a 5-second call, maybe even if someone runs into you, maybe a charge so we can get the ball without any time going off, all right?
Come on!
Hey,
this is a big
we don't really have a choice. Once someone gets it, we got to foul,
whoever
okay?
it is, all right? And Jess, even if it's you, okay? Here we go. Defense, 1, 2, 3.
Defense. Hey, no.
Katie's saying that she knows that Jess Campbell has 4 fouls on her, even if it's her. They got to stop the clock as soon as they possibly can if Old Bridge is successful in inbounds.
And sometimes you take a kid with 4 fouls off the court here, but if you're East Brunswick, you're hoping for a straight steal. Jess Campbell maybe could be the kid that gets that 3-pointer to tie this game. Full denial defense from East Brunswick. That's what you need. Rudder going long. They're throwing it long. Wow. That's going to go out of bounds.
Can you believe that?
I cannot, as a matter of fact, and nor can Coach Fisher.
What was that all about? And East Brunswick immediately calls a timeout.
You could see the face of Jamie Capper. She realizes right away that decision. You don't have to say anything as a coach at that moment.
Okay, let's a little strategy being talked about among the coaches, and obviously the setup here with 8 seconds left to go for a 3-point shot. Let's listen in.
15 fist. I want Aaron to take it out. Okay? Any questions? Everybody knows what we're doing? We're right underneath the basket right here. Okay? No problems. 15 fist, stick it, all right? If she runs out on you, 8 seconds is a lot. Okay, don't force a. We'll be counting down. Look to dribble, penetrate, everybody else spot up, because it could be.
It's going to be there too. The skip pass if you're not open.
All right, so listen. Go ahead.
We need a 3 here.
Right.
Don't be on the line. Make sure you're behind
Everybody be spotting up, ready to go. Set a good legal screen, girl, opposite the
One
ball.
timeout left.
We got one left if we need it. Come on, let's score here.
girl.
Score. 1, 2, 3. Score.
There you go.
I love what Coach Whalen said there. 8 seconds is a lot of time. Sometimes it's so hard to communicate that to your players. They know they're inside 10 seconds. Sometimes they'll catch a ball, throw it up without setting their feet and rush. Let's see if they heed that important advice.
East Brunswick players on the
Jess
court.
Campbell is opening in the corner right now. They don't see her. Jess Campbell still open that opposite corner. They've got to swing it quickly there.
5 seconds. There's the setup. Shot will not go. And that's it. Wow. Well, they got the shot they wanted.
Yeah, Jess Campbell spotted up early, right off of the inbound play in that corner. You could see she wanted the ball, she demanded the ball, she got the ball, and inches away from falling.
And that is the final score. Old Bridge clinging as we watch Kathy Rudder. Looks like her knee is bothering her.
Yeah, I think she may have rolled the ankle.
Or something along those lines. Final score 43-40, Old Bridge. And the record now for East Brunswick falls to 8-9, which means their return game with Edison, who they beat 45-37 in their first encounter, will be important that they have to win that game to qualify for the state playoffs. When's the last time East Brunswick did not qualify for the state playoffs?
Well, and I think I'm very confident in East Brunswick in that game. I think East Brunswick's playing much better ball now than they were the first time they played Edison. Edison is a team that has struggled mightily this season, and I look for East Brunswick to have a very strong bounce back. This is a good confidence builder for East Brunswick, despite the loss. They'll be ready, I think, for the county tournament and the state tournament as a result of the way they played this game.
Okay, that's going to be it from East Brunswick High School. The final score, Old Bridge winning 43-40 to bring their record up to 10-6. East Brunswick falling to 8-9. For Kevin Brady, this is Jimmy Allinder saying thanks for being with us.